On YouTube, another episode. Yes, I am back with my 30 teams in 60 days, whatever it is that it's going to be, because I don't know what it's going to be. But let me see some real quick. Yesterday, I believe I did Atlanta. That's when I posted. Let's see how many views did I get. Oh, I just posted it this morning, actually, 2 hours ago. Anyway, I'm on my second one here, talking about Boston, the Boston Celtics. Again, I'm doing this in alphabetical order, so not really based off of like best or worst or anything like that. I just want to go with in alphabetical order just to make it easier for me. The Boston Celtics did a lot this offseason quietly, and I feel like they still have a lot more to get done. I don't know what that is though. But they got Kristaps Porzingis in a trade involving Marcus Smart. Tyus Jones was shipped out to Washington. Marcus Smart got shipped out to Memphis, and Kristaps got shipped out to Boston. They have a potential starting lineup of Derek White, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Kristaps, and Bob Williams. I assume that's going to be their lineup. I don't know. Maybe even Horford at times. I'm going to say Williams, though, because he is the better player. And then off the bench, you have Brogdon. I guess Jordan Walsh, Sam Hauser, O'Shea Brissett, and Al Horford. I like their team, to be honest. I think Kristaps is going to play really well, or is going to mesh really well with this team because of the way that Missoula coaches. Now, what does this mean for Robert Williams? I don't know. Like I said, I don't even know if he's going to be starting for this team. But if he does start, I do believe it'll work out for that team. A couple other things that happened with them is that, or one more thing that happened with them was that Jaylen Brown signed an extension, the biggest extension in NBA history as of now. As we all know, that number is just going to keep going up and up and up and up and up, especially with these other players, entering free agency next season or the season after, the season after, the season after, or even, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years from now. Money's just gonna keep rising. So this deal is going to look big now, but I mean, come on. It's Jaylen Brown. It's the guy that's been there for years and who has helped you guys reach the finals and who's helped you be a contending team, for the last 5, 6, 7 years. So shout out Jaylen Brown for getting that pickup, getting that bag. Jason Tatum is now eligible for an extension, I believe, not this offseason, then the next offseason, which does raise some concern on the Porzingis re-sign, because I do believe he re-signed for 2 years. So how much cap flexibility will they have? Will those two guys actually end their career in Boston? I don't know, but I don't care because I don't care about Boston Celtics in their future. I just care about all NBA, all 30 NBA teams in this little mini series that I'm doing. So that's what I'm going to talk about. So Boston, what do I think about everything else that they did? I mean, losing Marcus Smart, their starting point guard for the past who knows how long he's been in the league, almost I want to say 9 seasons, 8 seasons, maybe longer. 2013, I think he was drafted, or 2014, one of the two. But he's been in the league for a hot minute, so losing him kind of sucks. But you get a player in Kristaps who, again, will play really well under Joe Mazzulla because Mazzulla likes his bigs that can shoot. He likes spacing the court, and you can really unlock Porzingis's, offensive potential. I mean, he had his best season of his career this past season since being in New York. So, adding him to a team with Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, I don't see why it won't work. Derek White is also a really good defender. Now it's a little bit more uh, of a heavy duty for him in Derek White. I do believe they need to trade for some sort of a point guard, and it's always been this way with Boston. Brogdon is going to be solid off the bench, and I appreciate that they kept him, even though I know that they wanted to trade him, and I still would want to trade him. But I appreciate that he's there. I do think that they can make a trade for like a TJ McConnell, potentially even a Tyus Jones, getting him back, or even a Monte Morris type, just a player that you know can shoot when he's wide open, but that passes the ball really well. And I feel like they can find it somewhere. But Derek White will do for now. The Jordan Walsh pickup in the draft, I feel like that was great, because I mean, summer league doesn't really mean much, but the way that he plays is really well. I feel like he can fit in right away if he wanted to. Um, as for the rest of the bench, I mean, let's just say Horford does come off the bench. You got potentially Sam Hauser, who can, give you 5, 10 minutes, spotty minutes. And O'Shea Brissett, who I feel like was a great pickup. O'Shea Brissett played for Indiana the last couple of seasons, and he's been solid. And they got him for really cheap. He's a high, low risk, high reward. So we'll see what's up. We'll see what's up with the team, though. I mean, losing Grant Williams, as big as it may seem, it's really not. I mean, look, you lost them to Dallas. What is he really going to do in Dallas? Like the production that he gave you, you can definitely get from O'Shea Brissett or even Jordan Walsh or Sam Hauser. Like you can get that same production, and I don't think that's a big loss. The Marcus Smart one does like sting a little bit because he has been the longest tenured Celtic, as they're being there for what 8 9 years. Like he's been really really great for them, and through all the inconsistencies with the guards, he was the main guy to stick around. But now they don't have that, which is again understandable because you get in Porzingis, who is probably one of the best players that you could get for a player like Marcus Smart. The trade value it's just it was a steal to be honest for Boston. They capitalized on Washington's demise and made sense that they got a player like Porzingis in there. Um, let's see. Can they finally win? That's the question that I wrote down. And what type of Porzingis are you gonna get? So the reason why I wrote the second one, I'm gonna address that second one first. What type of Porzingis will they get? The type of Porzingis that they need is the guy that can, score the basketball when he needs to or when the team needs to, and that plays amazing defense. And I'm not talking about just protecting the paint. I'm talking also on the perimeter. I mean, if you're going to be playing the 4 or the 5, the NBA is a lot different now, right? So, when you go up against Joel Embiid, how well can you defend him? When you go up against Nikola Jokic, how well can you defend him? Like these are the two best players and two of the best centers in the league, and then also going up against Giannis. That's been Boston's real like issue. I mean, the only reason why they won against Boston, I mean against Milwaukee, was because Middleton was hurt. Like, I mean, we all know what the Bucks just went through this past season, but Giannis is that dude. So they needed somebody to at least bother him, and I feel like Kristaps could be that. But how much of him will want to do that if he feels like he wants the ball more, he wants more touches? His ego has gotten in the way of him being successful in this league. We saw it in Dallas. He could have been really well. He could have played really well alongside Luka, but that clearly didn't happen. So now Luka has his own running mate in Kyrie, but Kristaps had a running mate in Bradley Beal and Kyle Kuzma that just wanted to chuck up shots. So now he's playing with two guys that the team has told, "Hey, this is your team. Kristaps is just coming in to help y'all." Kristaps needs to understand that that's his role. He's there to help. Yes, he's getting paid 30 something million dollars, but bro, that's nothing. So, especially in this league. So, he's got to come in with that right attitude, that right mentality, the buy-in mentality. Because if he doesn't, it's just gonna be a waste, a waste of Marcus Smart, if you really want to say that. Because Kristaps is that dude, bro. He's nice. As for can they finally win? I don't think so. I don't think Boston's gonna win a championship this season. I don't think they will in the next 3 seasons unless they make another big splash. I think their biggest question mark is Robert Williams. What are you gonna do with him? You don't want to pay him clearly. Missoula doesn't like playing him. Why would you want to pay him if Missoula doesn't like playing him? Playing, whatever. You got to trade him. And for who? I don't know. But you can rock with the lineup of Porzingis at the 5, Tatum at the 3. I mean, Tatum at the 4, Brown at the 3, Derek White at the 2, and getting that guard for Robert Williams. Again, Tyus Jones, Monte Morris, players that were actually very similar. But also even like I don't know, like a Dinwiddie type player. I don't know. I don't. They need to go find somebody that can pass these guys the rock. Like they need like a Rondo or something. And I feel or McConnell, just something that can really help them out. The Jordan Walsh pickup, like I said, and the Oshai Brissett, the the Sam Hauser minutes. These are all spotty minutes. Will these guys even crack the rotation once they go into the playoffs? I don't think so. Maybe O'Shea Brissett will because who knows with Robert Williams and his injuries and Al Horford's getting older. Brissett has a lot. Like I said, it's a high low risk high reward because he's only making $2 million and he's that security for all of them. So I feel like he can really help them out. And Walsh, he's a rookie. Rookies don't really get minutes in the playoffs. But if he shows that he can play defense and just shoot the ball, because he's lanky, he's a solid 3-point shooter, as we saw in the summer league. And he didn't really show much of that in college, but he showed it in the summer league. Again, it's not really much, but you never know. I feel like this team could potentially make some noise in the playoffs, as in make it even potentially to the finals. But can they win it all? I don't see this team as currently constructed. I don't see this team winning. A lot of it has to do with coaching. A lot of it has to do with play calling, both by the coach and by the team on the court. And a lot of it also has to do with the uncertainty of what type of Porzingis you're going to get. And finally, what direction you want to go in with Robert Williams and that bench unit. Because even if Robert Williams is starting, that bench unit needs a lot of work. And the bigger question is your sixth man of the year, Malcolm Brogdon. You tried to trade him, so he might be feeling some type of way. I mean, he might not either because he's the president. Mr. President doesn't give a damn. But two, he has a history of injuries, and that's why other teams didn't want to pick him up. So they need to really just like sit down and decide what exactly they're going to do with him. But I still hate Boston. I hope nothing good ever happens to them. They don't deserve anything. Take everything away from Brooklyn. But with all that being said, y'all, I'm out. Peace.